unstoppable on this map. But kicking things off here with that P1, I'm seeing K once again joined by Sirius popping off on the hard.
I love Colossus. It's a great map, great for banging out here. You're going to see Florida take advantage of this hill right away, but Mike is going to pick up 2 and another contest. He gets the 3rd. What a great play by him, and they are going to maybe look at pushing through here for this P2 spawn.
Yeah, we'll see if they can break themselves on open. There's still 30 seconds on P1. I think it's going to get flipped a little bit. That number 7 player, Redan, going to be the only one really to beat here. Does get taken down. Hayden picks that up. Mike in the hill was 4-0. Does finally go down. So last 17 seconds or so on that P1 left over. Number 4 player, Astro Lily, I mean, something like that. Lil Fi is going to try to go for that. Does get taken down. Florida Puppeteers trying to push towards the back here. They're stuck in this P1 for now. Number 2 player just being annoying. That was Hayden. Mike, this guy's got quite the beam here going with this AR right now. It's kind of a scary guy on the map, but you're gonna see the side of Toronto try to hold things down for now. They've got the rotation. They've got the number 5 player, McBain, in the back. You got to deal with. They don't know he's here, and he's gonna start being a menace.
Yeah, McBain's going to be able to pick up 3 kills there. Great shots by him. But Florida's still spawning out here. You have Toronto spawning in the back. He's going to get picked up there by Redan. Redan's going to pick up 2 there. Mike fighting for his life here. Going to make sure they spawn out, but they pick him up here.
That's going to be great. I mean, 30 seconds left. They're spawning these guys hardcore stature right now, so we're going to see the sub players start getting active on the 4 streak now, making it a 5 as Redan going to be very annoying. Another couple players to beat is going to pick up another. Now they're going to just push on in. Keep pushing the gunny on a 7. Very close. If you can get maybe the early time on next hill or get another kill, he'll have that Hellstorm in the back pocket. But Tyler pushing for these spawns already. This number 8 player, I mean, this Florida Puppeteers team, all they care about is spawns. We love to see that. They're always worried about the next hill, always worried about getting future time. They'll worry about the current time later. Picks up a nice kill there. And you're going to see Redan still hasn't died yet. Gets another kill just like that. We'll have that Hellstorm in the back pocket. Is 10-3 on the map as well. Finally. Oh, jeez. I mean, Astro, Little Fi going to be very annoying. Astro.
Yeah, Puppeteers definitely understand Hardpoint as a game mode itself. It looks like they're focusing on spawns first, kills second, and then they're pushing out on 3rd. Great way to play your hardpoints if you're looking to improve yourself. And that's exactly what they're doing. Redan looking for a kill here on P1, maybe looking for a pincher, but he's going to see nothing. Mike with 1 kill on the hill there.
POV is kind of crazy. You get some crazy snaps going, but Hayden in the hill trying to fight for his life. Had that dead body just spamming his screen for random. But Mike is going to be here trying to hit those wall bounces, try to get this early kill. Is going to pick it up, but only a couple seconds left on this time. They're going to start rotating 4 new, and you're going to see the side of Toronto just kind of hitting the front, right? They're going to start rotating towards the back from the front by the looks of it. Florida Puppeteers have a couple players spawn out. They're going to push right on back in. Hayden, though, going to unintentionally hit like a perfect flank here. Behind a couple players, picks up 1. His teammate's going to be there, helps get some early damage. He picks up that 2nd just like that. Hayden is going to be here to help on the hill now as well. One last player to beat. Gets taken down, actually. Iron Rings might be him.
Yeah, Iron Ring had a great play there. You have the Toronto team here looking at maybe holding this hill for another 30 seconds. You have all of Florida flooding the front with, well, you got 1 in P1 here. He's able to pick up Hayden, and he's going to get another gun work. And they're fighting for the last 19 seconds of this hill.
I like the beauty of this map is you could fight for like anything. And we see teams do it all the time. But P1 is going to be next up. See the side of Toronto just trying to be annoying, get some pressure towards this last little P5, P4, whatever. But we're going to see the rotation to this P1. Side of Toronto going to have spawns they want on that blue side. They want to hold this down, make sure they can chain P1 to P2. I mean, P1's going to be a little contest heavy, but they want to make sure they don't lose anything. The number 7 player, Redan, is going to push towards the back. Definitely the player you want to send doing that, but is going to get spotted out nice early. Now you got to beat out Mike. Almost does it, but Mike is going to finish things off. This guy is absolutely insane in the back. But gun work down, trying to push into this hill. 2 players to beat. Almost gets the first, does go down, but the trades do come in as McBain picks up 2. Astro, though, now going to try to push in themselves. Picks up 1. Is going to know at least 1 more players here, but there are 2. Gets a 2nd, has the help there. But 1 last player to beat that. It's going to be Nyler. Hayden picks that up. They give this last bit of time. 20 seconds remaining. He's going to get hit out a few more times. You got to think Toronto will have the spawns for now.
Yeah, and you know, Toronto's doing a really good job at holding the statue side of this hill. I believe that you should always have someone on statue to make sure no one's pushing through to that P2 side of the map. And you also get a lot of help on that P1 as well. It controls P1, and you can have guys just hop in the hill right away, and it works perfectly for this map.
Yeah, I mean, it's working great at the moment. You love to see it happen. One Puppeteers push from the front. 3 players going to be up. 2 going to go down. Make it a third as Mike finishes off the last one there. He picked up 2. Hayden got 1. One more player from middle goes down. Now you're going to see the statue respawn. We're going to see a couple probably hit middle as they're going to hit the front as well. 35 seconds remaining on this time. We're going to see these teams try to hit this one out. You can see Iron Rings and McBain pick up 2, but the trades are going to be in. McBain picks up another. Gunwork, though, trying to clean up. One last player to beat is going to be Iron Rings. Not going to get it done. They get the close spawn. 20 seconds remaining. Trying to rotate themselves to P3 at the moment. Iron has to deal with a lot here, but he is going to get himself hopefully pushed through here as he's going to try to fight over P1 a bit.
Yeah, that was a great win by Iron on that P2 there. 20 seconds is a lot here with this close game, and it also spawned all of his Florida teammates in the back of that hill. But now they're going to move to this next hill on P3. Looks like there's a little action going on in the tunnel there, and he's going to get picked up.
See a lot back and forth right there as both teams kind of just checkered pattern on the kill feed there. But Iron Rings, the restreak at the moment in this hill. He hears that trophy popping off. He's gonna know something's happened. Checks tunnel, nothing going on. His teammates pick up all 4 from the front. They're not gonna push for those spawns, but they'll take this time. So we'll see how this one's gonna go. Toronto Falters pushing back. We've got 4 players. One going through P1. He's gonna hit tunnel. He's gonna have something to beat. But Redan picks up 2. McBain picks up 1 as well. And just like that, this Florida team having a perfect P4 at the moment. They broke on in. They've held it ever since. But they're gonna try to push. They want some map control. They know the next hill P4 is gonna be very important. See a couple players still playing towards ult. We're gonna see all these guys start to move over for new. Toronto have these spawns. This is exactly where they want to be at the moment. But they've got a couple players they're going to have to beat. Bane and Kill pushing in. One player from the front, that's going to be Iron. Redan from the back does get taken down by Mike Snade, so that's going to be very helpful. Gunwork knows something's going down, is watching the back.
And can he get the second? He got 1 there in the back. He gets 2. He's going to keep his team spawning in the back as Florida spawns out for this new hill. And let's see, we have 3 on statue here and 1 in P1 for the Florida Puppeteers. Let's see if they can get a kill here. He gets 1.
Staying alive there is big as well, but now they're trying to push in with this pistol in hand. Got the nuke, but he picks up a Dravik. Doesn't get much happen. He does call out that all 4 are there because he spots them all. But 30 seconds left on this P4. We're going to see Gunwork. I love to see this. Pushing through the middle of the map, just being very annoying from that back. It's a quick hit here, but Iron Rings and Co. They kind of break on in. They end up dying pretty quick. 15 seconds left on that time. You see Gunwork. They did hit hey, they hit the flip. That's exactly what we want, right? There's only 10 seconds left on this P4. We're ready already now. 4 P1, P2 Roto. You've got at least 1. I do believe you have 1 Hellstorm in the back pocket over on the side of Florida. So Redan's still going to have that. And Gunwork working on 1 as well. Yeah, Gunwork is going to get that fully secured.
Yeah, if you're Toronto, you got to be feeling good here. You held that hill for a really long time, and you're moving on to P1. And you also have those P2 spawns after this P1 here. Gunwork's going to be able to pick up 1 in P1 here. Oh, great nade by Iron Rings.
Yeah, Astro, annoying. Making sure that player can't sneak through the P2 side. Gets right back in the hill with the sub. Got some team help. Gets some of those trophies. Iron Rings, though, immediately going to hit that frag. Gets 2. Nyler with 1. That's going to be their chance to maybe push through here. They got the opportunity. 1 player to beat. Going to be Mike on that side P2. Picks up 1, picks up 2. Gonna get some help over the top as well from middle. Picks up a 3rd. Can he get the 4th? Looking for the quad. Doesn't quite get the aces. Gunwork gonna help him out. So just like that. 32 and 24 on the map. Make it 25. Great job over here on the P1. This is gonna be a mixy back and forth to finish this game off here coming up. But Florida Puppeteers trying to break on out. They know they've got to get these spawns. There's a little bit of a mixy portion of the map here as we see number 4 player spawned way out over towards P4 Narnia there. But Iron Rings now. He knows his teammates are pushing up, trying to help him out. Astro picks up 1. Is going to just delay for now before going down. The rear is going to get blocked. Now Toronto Falters. Got to be careful with this front push. Oh, picks up McBain with 3?
Yeah, Toronto did a really good job there making sure no one was coming through the back of that hill and picking him off and flipping him out there. But, you know, Florida just said, we're going to flood the front and see what we could do about it. And they were able to get in there. But, you know, it got a little dicey and Toronto stayed with the hill there. And it looks like Gunwork's going to push up and get taken out. But overall, really good hill by Toronto so far.
We're going to see Florida Puppeteers going to hit that 210 mark. We're going to see the rotation happening to P3. Mike going to be first one here. Not the guy you want to see there. If you're Iron Rings, you see that guy peeking around the corner, you're probably going to die. But Astro just going ham over towards that statue side once again. He's being annoying, delaying as long as he can. Calls out to his teammates. Mike now on a 5. Trying to go towards that cruise missile as well. They already have one for either team. We'll see those gold in. I'm imagining on this hill. But the side of Florida Puppeteers trying to break on in. They get some of those early kills. Now they're going to get another. Gun work now. Trying to make something happen. One from bottom tunnel is going to get a kill. That's McBain. Very good at securing those. 38 and 28 on this map. Toronto Falters, though, still trying to push from that front. They've got the God Heady side. No one on the God Heady, though. Redan in the back blue crate, just doing a great job. Iron Rings from the front. Florida Puppeteers getting some phenomenal time. They're going to need 14 more to end the map. Astro going to push on in. Needs a little bit of help, though. One player underneath is very weak. The push is here.
Yeah, and Toronto doing whatever they can to hold this hill here. But you also have Florida going to the next hill. They're making this rotation. You also really want to hold these last scrap seconds if you're Toronto to get this game as close as possible. But Toronto, they have spawns for this new hill of Florida. They're slowly trying to collapse. And it looks like they have 3 front statue.
Yeah, they had 4 from the front. Now only going to be 2 left. Make it 1. This is probably going to be last-ditch effort. You got to think 12 seconds. This one's over. They're going to spawn a little bit in Narnia, but they've got one last chance to hit this. There's nothing going to work on the map. You just got to send it. 4 seconds left. Nathanson's not going to be able to do anything. Redan going to be the first one in. Has some help. 2 for 2 on the map. Make it a 3 for 3. It's going to be Iron Rings. He's got to stay alive. His teammates trying to get back here. He needs 10 seconds to win this one. Toronto going to need 3. It's contested. He picks up another kill on a 4. Is going to get shot. His teammates have to get on. They're going to do just that. But Hayden here to shut him down. Wins it 250 to 240. As Toronto, they clutch up on the P3. They break in with what, only 14 seconds to losing the map left on that one. They were struggling to get anywhere near it. They finally break in. They break the time. They keep the spawns of the P4 side. They get the initial on P4. They do a phenomenal job holding it. Florida tries to make a desperation play at the end. Almost gets it to pay off, but Toronto get it done in the end.